Good evening and welcome to Blueprint Explosive Exclusive. I'm Madhavdas Gopalkrishnan. Viewers, yesterday on the show we broke the official letter dated the 30th of August 2024 which approved Monojit's appointment as a temporary office staff at the South Kolkata Law College. Remember, Monojit is the main accused in the Kolkata gangrape horror. And even though he had multiple FIRs registered against him, he was still given the job. And the appointment letter carried the signature of Vice Principal as well as Governing Body President Ashok Kumar, who also happens to be a TMC MLA. We confronted the Vice Principal yesterday and she alleged that she simply approved the appointment on the Governing Body's President's instructions. However, today when we confronted TMC MLA Ashok Kumar, he too denied a role in the appointment. He in fact says that he had reported about Monojit to his party's top brass. Listen in.
I can say I'm not approaching, but I'm not any request to non-HRD or others to give the appointment.
You did not approve Monojit Mishra's appointment?
I'm not GB appointment, but I'm not. Except from the college regarding his behavior. The guy or everybody reports into the my president and TMC president and my president Subodh Bakshi and my leader Madhavdas. I will give you all the report what is going on.
Yet he was kept in the party. Any influence that was playing over there?
Then you will decided they will stay or not. They will decided what is it.
All right, Ritita is joining us. Ritita, that is a big exclusive story that you've broken. Ashok Kumar, TMC MLA, saying that he had informed his party's leadership, including Mamata Banerjee, about the role of Monojit, and yet they decided to go ahead with him. Is there any response coming in from the TMC or from Mamata Banerjee's office to this claim of the TMC MLA?
Absolutely, Madhav. As you see, yesterday when we confronted the Vice Principal Noina Chatterjee, she had shocked her back off and blamed it on the TMC MLA and the GB President Ashok Kumar. And today now the Ashok Kumar, the GB President, has also shrugged his shoulders off and said that he had submitted various reports to the higher officials in the party, which is namely she has taken Mamata Banerjee, Subroto Bakshi and Abhishek. But now TMC seems to keep mum completely as the response, as we have tried getting in contact with many spokespersons and officials in the party, they have completely said that only our presser's view is the view. In the middle we have also saw infighting which is going on inside the party. So now they choose to keep mum, and nobody at the moment is seen to back off this culprit, though we understand he was shadowed by somebody. Otherwise, this influence of his in the campus would not have ran like a dawn.
Absolutely. In fact, he was running amok. There are several cases against him. And now when we go and ask the persons concerned, they say that their higher-ups knew about it. So who really took the call of keeping this individual and protecting him? That's a big question indeed. Ritita will continue to report on the story. Thanks so much for joining us and breaking that big story here on the Blueprint Explosive Exclusive. Let's quickly take it across to our guest now. Joining us with us is Charu Pragya, BJP spokesperson. Tausifur Rahman is spokesperson of TMC. Tausifur Rahman is getting curiouser and curiouser. Yesterday we spoke to the Vice Principal. She said it's not my call. I mean, that appointment letter has two signatures of the Vice Principal and of the TMC MLA, Mr. Ashok, who happens to be President of the governing body. He says, I also didn't take that call. I told my bosses, and he's even naming Mamata Banerjee. Who is protecting this individual, Monojit?
Madam, absolutely. Absolutely, I understand your theory, and it is a very serious situation. I mean, the whole India is watching and they all want to know the answer, but let me be very precise. I mean, this is a very serious case, an extremely serious allegation, and anyone found involved, I repeated yesterday also, anyone found involved, whether directly or indirectly, will face the force of the law. No individual or association will be shielded. Now, when you say कि इनको ऐसे कैसे मिल गया, क्या हुआ, नहीं हुआ, Madhav, as a layman, as a common man, if you take me not as a spokesperson of Trinamool Congress, but as a common man, if you say that who knows what the person is going to do, and of course he had a history sheet, a record as well. I will understand that you will say, Tausif, you have no idea what cases he have. Absolutely, even 2 months back also, he was assaulting a cop, and there's a FIR as well. But the thing is that What is a major point that we want to react right now, and we have reacted very well? He is behind the bars, Madhav, and take it from us, no one is getting away. I mean, he is getting a job, he is getting so powerful inside that college. You think it's a joke? No,
Tausif, when an MLA is saying that I told Mamata Banerjee, I told my president and others, why should we not believe that? It is your own party's MLA. This is not BJP or left or Congress. It is a TMC MLA saying that Mamata Banerjee was aware.
Madhav, I'm not running away from your questions. However, if the excuse had any past affiliation with TMCP, that doesn't employ any institutional involvement. The law makes no distinction between base political organization. There is no differentiation, Madhav. He will face the heat, I am telling you.
Okay.
But if you just take out all the past, and if you talk about 2011, 2016, 17, 18, 19, agar ye sab hoga, how the victim is going to get justice?
You know, the point is that, we are told that this person was suspended 3 years ago, then he was again appointed as office staff last year. Who's responsible for these decisions? You know, when we seek answers, sir, there's a lot of obfuscation, but let me bring in Charu Pragya. One second, let's go one by one, sir, let's go one by one. Yeah, let's go one by one. Let the BJP spokesperson also come in. Charu Pragya, it doesn't matter what was happening earlier. The point is we are taking action now. Should it not matter what was the antecedents of this individual and why people in power were either protecting him or turning a blind eye? Charu Pragya.
Madhav, the fact of the matter is that the TMC government is empowering the rapist. Not just this one person today in the law school. They have empowered numerous criminals and rapists, and I can list so many. You remember the case of Sanjay Roy? It reeks of deja vu. Similar situation, a criminal, a rapist, a murder, shielded by the system. Sheikh Shahjahan, shielded by the system. Shielded by a system to such an extent that by the time the CBI wanted to build a case, all the evidence had been erased, all the evidence had been destroyed. Explain this to me. He was a powerful youth leader, student leader of the TMC. A powerful one. A TMC sitting MLA writes his recommendation letter, gets him a job in a law school, out of turn. Out of turn. There were no vacancies available. It was an ad hoc appointment. It was not a regular one. And while all this is happening, nobody remembers or nobody cares that he had 5 FIRs to his name, and serious FIRs for attempted murder, for extortion, for sexual harassment, to name a few. This is what this person was, yet he was allowed access into a college, sifarish ki wajah se, because this is Mamata Banerjee's legacy to Bengal. This is what the legacy is, written in blood, written by rape, written in news headlines which are screaming of a situation where no woman feels safe no matter where she is. Okay. In her home, at work, in her college,
Tausif, respond to that. Tausif, respond to that, because there is a history.
They are actually saying that he was arrested.
You know, Charu, once again, Charu, there is an important point that Charu is making. I want you to respond to that, Tausif. There is a history, whether it is Sanjay Roy, whether it is Sheikh Shahjahan, of such persons accused of similar crimes, heinous crimes against women, being given political patronage and protection. And that's the same pattern that's being repeated here, says the BJP spokesperson. Respond.
Absolutely. I can understand what Charuji wants to say. She's hurt because it's again a rape case happening in India, not only in Bengal. But at the same time, I want to ask you, Madhav, if he would have been so powerful, he wouldn't have been arrested in 12 hours. The police dragged him in 12 hours. And he is behind the bars right now. Now let me tell you, before you interrupt me, the BJP, which is
Tausif, should we congratulate the Tausif, should we congratulate the Kolkata police for doing their job? This is what they paid a salary for, to arrest accused. No. What is the great celebration here?
Good question, Madhav. Thank you so much for bringing this question. But the BJP, which is very quick to politicize crimes in Bengal, has maintained a defending silence on 5 rape cases reported in Odisha within just 10 days. No special task team, no NCW, no अन्याय, no न्याय, कुछ नहीं मिलता. But at the same time, when you talk about कि Monojit को इतना सब कुछ कैसे मिला, how come Kartik Maharaj from Bengal has got Padma Shri award? He's a rapist. But till now, all the women are standing for him. There is a complaint, there is a legit complaint.
Tausif, you're not answering the simple basic question. You can ask about BJP rules to itself, I have no problem. Whether it's UP, Odisha, whichever is the state, please ask those questions to Charu, I have no problem. But answer my question. If your MLA is naming Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee What really are we to make of that? Is it a fact that his top leadership was kept in the loop about the antecedents of this individual and this individual who continues to get posts despite his behavior?
When you talk about Bengal case, he is behind the bars. The family is satisfied.
So why was he even given this job earlier, sir? If he was not given this job, perhaps this crime would not have happened.
See, Madhav, if you act like a BJP spokesperson, I think...
What is the BJP spokesperson in this? I am asking you, there's a heinous crime that has happened. There is an appointment which I am asking you questions about. Your MLA is saying, I told my top leadership, they did not act in time, which is why this crime has happened. It's a direct question. There's nothing to do with BJP or Congress.
Sir, thank you. I understand your emotion. Why aren't you asking about Kartik Maharaj? Who is Kartik Maharaj? Why is he so powerful that there is no FIR against him? Why is he so powerful that he is getting awards from Narendra Modi, Padma Shri? He's a rapist. He belongs from Bengal, sir. उसके बारे क्यों नहीं पूछ रहे हैं आप?
पूछिए सर, आप बिल्कुल पूछिए. आप सारे सवाल पूछिए, लेकिन खुद की जवाबदारी भी थोड़ा रखिए. At the end of the day, the state government is a custodian of law and order. There will be questions asked, whether you like it or not. But Charu Pragya, the track record of BJP in terms of women's safety is also not exactly sterling, says the TMC spokesperson. Your response?
No, this is funny. He wants to do a comparison on rape cases, Madhav. Is that what he wants to do? Because here I can stand and very clearly tell you that I am going to speak out against every single case. But today the debate is on Bengal. The debate is on the situation in Bengal where every single political leader is supporting criminals, where every single criminal actually gets patronage from the TMC leadership to do exactly what he wants. You become a member of the party, you get a license to do what you want with whoever you want as many times as you want. And what does the leadership do and the spokespersons do? They pretend it never happened. They sit there with their eyes closed. Today he's harping on and on about an arrest that happened. I'm sorry, that arrest came 11 years too late. 11 years too late. Your police should have been ashamed. Completely ashamed. And Madhav, think about this. If this is what is happening right under a CCTV, what is happening in the villages of Bengal where there is no CCTV to keep an eye on this? They have the audacity to do this under a CCTV.
Well, a shocking claim, and certainly, of course, one that we're going to follow up on, because the TMC MLA himself saying that he told his party leaders, including Mamta Banerjee, that's a statement you heard on record right here on Times Now story that our reporter has broken. We're going to continue to follow this story, of course, looking at it from all points of view. Thanks so much for joining us, Charu Pragya and Tauseefur Rahman.